Welcome everyone to another beautiful session at the Warrior Woman Day. I feel very, very blessed and very privileged to be part of this. We have another 2 minutes to go. Lovely. Thank you, Sophia, for being here. I know we have a couple of minutes, but it's just good to know that all is in check. Yes. We're just going to allow ourselves to breathe in and connect with ourselves before we begin this session. So just center yourselves. Whatever has brought you here, whatever energy has drawn you to this beautiful space that we're sharing today, let us just fill ourselves with gratitude. Let us fill ourselves with immense love and welcome the beautiful blessings and gifts awaiting us. Okay, so welcome once again to the Warrior Woman Day. And I'm very grateful to Sophia and Priya who've invited me today to share this beautiful space with everyone. And just very, very delighted that all of us are coming together to support each other, to empower each other, to enrich each other, and to share this beautiful holistic journey of healing and also expanding our consciousness together. So it's wonderful and absolutely wonderful. And I'm Anamika Singh Adaa. I'm from India. And namaste to everyone. And because I greeted you with a namaste, I must share that when we fold our hands and we bow, saying namaste, we're basically saying that the divinity within me is bowing within you. So let us share this beauty, and also that this is a beautiful space that is created generously with lots and lots of energy, effort, time that has gone in from a lot of ends. And please generously donate. You can find the link on Warrior Woman Day Instagram handle and also on their website. So please log on and share generously so these beautiful efforts can be sustained and more beautiful people can come together and more energy can be shared. Lovely. Once again, thank you, Sophia and Priya, for having me here. So I'm going to introduce you to a little mantra, a little philosophy. And I don't think it's any different from anything that you would have already experienced in other spaces. I firmly believe that there are a lot of ways that guide us, but our end is the same. The ultimate thing that we are looking forward to is oneness within and oneness all around. And eventually, oneness with a higher consciousness with the divine. But of course, we all use different mediums, sometimes through music, yoga, meditation, and so many beautiful alternate healing modalities. So, well, here's me sharing a little philosophy, a little mantra, a little tool for you people to be able to plug in to yourself. So it's called eye to eye, not eye to eye, but small I to big I. Now, the small I is the little me, and the big I is the expanded, holistic, divine me. So, how do we process this? Every time I'm operating from a space where I feel impaired, small I, impaired, insignificant, incapable, and I'm addressing a situation in my life as an issue, a problem, it's an indication that I'm operating from my small I. But the situation is not changing, the external environment is not changing. All I'm doing is I'm changing my perception and allowing myself to channel the awareness that what can I learn from it? How can I grow from it? What has the situation come to empower me with, enrich me with? And when we use that situation to grow and build our big I immunity, we're able to then make that beautiful transition from our small I selves to the big I holistic space. What are these small I's that we're talking about? The small I's that we're talking about is fear, insecurity, stress, anxiety, jealousy, anger, impatience, distrust. All of these emotions that are working within us make us feel consumed. They debilitate us, they crumble us, and obviously, we're not able to operate from a beautiful space, and things around also start getting affected. But the same situation, we look at it in terms of gaining experience, evolving from it, and what are the kindness, trust, gratitude, love, and so much more. And that's how we have to bring ourselves into this conscious state that whatever we are reacting with, am I operating from a small I, feeling consumed and small and tired, burnt down, affected? Or I'm able to use this to grow and expand and use that to transit me to a higher space of consciousness by gaining these beautiful immunity tools. And it's only and only when we're able to plug in within that we're able to then dynamically expand from our small I individual selves and reach out to the big I infinite oneness. And when this beautiful idea of the Warrior Woman Day was shared, I felt how beautiful because the whole I to I philosophy just fits perfectly. Each of us, people who are here embracing these workshops, or the beautiful facilitators who've been at it for the last 2 days, all of yesterday, all of today, there are journeys we've made within. There are choices we've made within. We have learned that there is a healthier way of being, a happier way of being, a more joyful, a more peaceful way of being. And we have tried to work on ourselves, small I to big I. from issues to immunity. Whether we faced emotional challenges, financial upheavals, mental distress, physical problems, but we've tried to use some beautiful holistic tool to engage and uplift ourselves. And we've made that journey from issues to immunity within. And today, when we are here, we are sharing our small I individual selves with the infinite oneness, reaching out to more and more people, women and men alike. Because this beautiful planet, this beautiful energy of the earth consists of both. We have to be working together. We have to be working with each other, for each other, and achieve these beautiful heights of consciousness and beautiful way of existence. Because we truly and truly deserve it, and that's what we're worthy of. We need to tap into that beautiful divinity within and share that with more and more people. So today, I'm going to introduce you to 5 beautiful immunity instruments. But before that, we're just going to take a minute and just breathe in, respecting our beautiful journey that we have made until now. The beautiful transitions that we have made, the choices we have made to live in a more healthy and a more holistic way. So let's just spend a minute filling ourselves with gratitude and congratulating ourselves for making this beautiful choice. For knowing that we are worthy, for knowing that we are deserving of a higher and optimum way of being. We deserve to be our optimum best. Wonderful. So before we move to the 5 immunity instruments, I'm just going to move a little further up. Let me just turn off the fan. Okay. Let us also come into this beautiful awareness that in this life, we are working with our body, our mind, and our soul. That is what we term as a holistic way of being. When we're able to live healthily in all 3 dimensions. We're able to take care of our body, our mind, and our... Now let us come into this awareness that our mind is active all the time. Our body is the library of all our emotions and all our feelings, all our experiences. Which is why, even when we travel from one space to another, whether it's our calmness, it travels with us. Whether it's our pain, our grief, our stress, it travels with us. It is this body which is holding all of our memories, all of our emotions, all of our feelings, right? Now, being a dancer, this is something that I've experienced across my life. And I'm sure that the beautiful yoga experts or people who are working actively with the body would also resonate with this. That when we work with the body, We are allowing ourselves to tap into the cellular memory. Everything that is stored in our cells, everything, all our emotions, all our feelings, everything, it's right here in every cell, right? Now, when we're tapping into that, we're giving ourselves a chance to release all that is blocking our space. And at the same time, we're also giving ourselves the opportunity to accentuate everything that is benefiting us. So if we feel a sense of happiness, sense of joy, sense of relaxation through movement, we're able to multiply the effect. And on the other hand, if we are feeling caged, feeling submissive, feeling upset, feeling pain physically or mentally, we're able to let go of that with the use of the body. So we're going to keep that in mind, because when we work with the 5 instruments, we're just going to have this in our awareness. At how beautifully the body becomes an active instrument for us to channel healing. It is these beautiful ears that listen to the beautiful sounds of nature, beautiful music, the beautiful breeze, so many beautiful things coming right from here. The beautiful colors, textures, beautiful faces, beautiful hues, all observed through these eyes. Touch, the fragrance, everything, the taste. So it is this body that we have to pay so much attention to, because this is our channel and instrument for everything happening, for this consciousness to shift, for the beautiful energy flow to happen. And once we're tuned to our body, we move to our mind space. We move into our mind space knowing that that is the window for us to activate everything. It is our mind that is either asking us to be in our small I space, in our victim space, in our ego space, or it is the same mind which sees an opportunity for us to grow and expand. And then, when the body and mind are aligned, when they are in harmony, we experience the soul already in bliss. We don't have to work on our soul. The soul is divine. The beautiful divinity reflects love. And ultimately, the essence within is love. So, anytime we are pulling ourselves in the small I space, ask ourselves, we need to ask ourselves, where are we needing love? Where are we lacking love right now? And that is the consciousness we shift for the mind and the body to begin its healing. Even to be able to choose that I want to heal, the element of love needs to come in. Element of self-love needs to come in. And when we talk about the warrior women, you know, even though the term warrior reflects strength, but behind that strength lies love and respect for oneself. So let's tap into that. So small I to big I. Now this big I, 5 immunity instruments that we're going to access today. And as we do, I will share a beautiful awareness that for me, I channel into the nature for everything. Because you and me are going to be short-lived, a certain number of years. Nature works beautifully, replenishing itself, holistically healing itself, knowing how to move, accepting the cycle of death and life alike. It doesn't fear change, it just allows the transition to happen. All right, so we're going to talk about the five immunity instruments with the five elements of nature. Now, what are the five elements of nature? Beginning with the element of earth. Earth, allowing acceptance. It doesn't judge. It doesn't judge. Earth, whether we open it and use it as the burial ground to put in a corpse or to plant seeds which are going to become beautiful trees, the earth accepts beautifully because it relies on its own energy of thriving, manifesting. Who would even believe that that little seed carries an entire tree, and that tree has unlimited seeds which are going to see life in their own time? And that is the first immunity instrument, all you beautiful people. Acceptance. Knowing that we are going to have all kind of experiences in our life, but we must have an expansive being to be able to soak in everything and manifest, just like the seed, whatever is healthy and best for us. For us to know that everything that we are planting within is going to manifest, and to be able to make those healthy choices. What are the thoughts I'm letting in? What is it that I want to see nurtured? So, as we do this, let's use our beautiful hands. Remember that our body is our channel. Our body is a beautiful instrument for everything to happen, for this life to flow through us, right? So let us just bring ourselves into acceptance. Let us expand, opening our heart, our mind, our soul, tuning into acceptance. And when we accept, we embrace. And the first one that we need to embrace is ourselves. It is here that change begins. We do not have to wait for another's approval. Approval of others, acceptance of others. We begin with ourselves. So, what is the small I that we are just healing? Rejection, right? Every time we're feeling rejected, whether from ourselves or others, let us tune into the energy of the earth, the beautiful earth, and channel in the big I immunity instrument of acceptance. Wonderful. Now we will move to the second element. But before we do that, I'm also going to share a little more extension of acceptance, that with acceptance, what flows is also forgiveness. There are a lot of times that we are holding guilt for not being able to do certain things or in a certain way. Also, we feel that sense of rejection, and we're creating that discord with other people in our life. It's only and only when we're able to bring ourselves to that acceptance, acceptance for the self, acceptance for the divine will, acceptance of another, that even forgiveness flows. And it flows effortlessly once we've tuned into the earth element and embraced acceptance. All right, now moving to the element of fire. The second element, fire. And when we think of fire, we see these flames, we see this strong energy. And what does fire strengthen in us? Courage. So, the second immunity instrument today that we share is courage. And that's pretty much in line with the beautiful word warrior women, right? It is courage, the courage to say yes to yourself, the courage to say no to something that does not resonate with you, and working forward with that. But how does courage come in? We plug into the energy of faith. So, with fire, the immunity instrument of faith comes in, which fuels our courage. Here, something that I would love to share is we all dream. It is innate nature of humans to dream and visualize. But it is imperative, it is important and critically important that we fuel our own faith. If I am seeing a dream, who is going to light that fire? Who's going to light that flame? I must do that. That dream has been gifted to me so I can fuel it. Why do we wait for another one to do it? Why do we wait for others to believe in it? It is here. So, faith in oneself, and of course, faith in the cosmos, the beautiful universe, the beautiful creator. So, let us all tune in to fire. And as we do that, let us allow ourselves to open the window of dreams. Beautiful dreams lighting lighting up, and fueling their own fire. So allow that fire to flow. Sometimes it's softer, a candle flame. Sometimes it needs to be stronger. So let us tune into that. The element of faith, fire. Moving on to the third element now. The third element of nature, water. What does water make you feel? We see waves, we see a drop. How beautifully the water just surrenders. And that is our third immunity instrument, surrender. How it just flows, making its own way. How a drop just so beautifully surrenders itself and becomes part of the larger ocean. How a river makes its own way, crevicing through the different turns and flowing and flowing and flowing. Sometimes into a waterfall, sometimes becoming calm, sometimes a stream, but just in complete surrender. So, the third element, water, the third instrument, surrender. And with surrender, what we do tune into is patience. And the small I that we are able to let go of is stress and anxiety. So every time there is stress in our body, in our mind, let us plug in to the element of water. Where do I need to surrender? What do I need to let go? Where am I not being able to dissolve and make my way? And the stress will start melting for us to tune in to the big I of surrender. So let us just allow our body, our mind to flow. Sometimes a waterfall, sometimes a drop, sometimes the big waves, but just flowing and flowing and flowing. And now let us bring ourselves to the fourth element, the element of air. Now, what is so beautiful about air is that it's colorless, it's formless. We can't touch it, we can't see it, yet we know it is there, just like our breath. We don't see our breath functioning all the time, but we know we are inhaling and we know we are exhaling. It is this breath that is stitching us to our life. And with air, the immunity instrument that we are able to tap into is compassion. We need not be physically present to share our compassion in this moment. When we send out a prayer for people known, unknown, we know it's working just like the air. It'll make its way. It'll make its way. And all we need to do is just plug into that compassion. Just like a beautiful flower. When you're passing a garden, you may not see the flower. You may not see its form and its color, but you will certainly and certainly feel its fragrance. And such needs to be our energy. That in our presence or in our absence, our compassion must be absorbed by people around. And what we do, let go of the small I element is misunderstanding and miscommunication. We see today a lot of disparity, a lot of discord, a lot of friction in relationships. And how does that happen? Simply because we're not able to communicate. Even if things have to fall apart, it can be beautiful and effortless. When a dried leaf leaves a tree, there's no pain because there's compassion, there is completeness. But when we move away from certain relationships, we feel that because there is lack of compassion, which creates miscommunication, misunderstanding, and that gap. So, anytime we are facing that in our relationships, the relationship with ourselves, where we're not really understanding our own process, there's confusion and non clarity. Somewhere we're lacking compassion. Because if we treat ourselves with compassion, our decisions will be effortless and clear. And not just with ourselves, but even with people around. So let us once again tune in to the element of air. The air that makes its way. It may be invisible, but it's seamless, and effortless. So the element of air beautifully plugging us into the immunity instrument of compassion. And now we will come to the fifth element. So we are through with earth, fire, water, air. And now what do we have? What is the fifth element? The fifth element is space, sky, the majestic sky. Now, the beautiful thing is that by itself, it's just a void. Space is nothing, it's just emptiness, it's just void. But it is in that void we see all the beautiful stars, we see the moon, we see the sun, we see all the planets, the constellations and galaxies. And that now channels us to our fifth immunity instrument, which is love and gratitude. By itself, love is just a void. It is just what it is. It's nothingness and everythingness. But it is in that beautiful, expansive space that we form our connection with ourselves, connection with our loved ones, connection with people, connection with nature, connection with the environment, connection with the creation, connection with the creator. Such is gratitude. So anytime we feel victimized, we need to pull ourselves into the element of space, the larger picture, that there's absolutely nothing but what are the beautiful blessings that are held in my sky, in my space of life. My life may seem very empty to me at certain points, but when I see the beautiful elements that make me feel grateful, gratitude for this body, gratitude for certain people who have appeared as angels, maybe strangers, maybe people known, maybe friends, maybe family, and so much more. The beautiful breeze, the beautiful sun working for me every day without me doing anything for it. This sky, the earth, the plants, the flowers, the forests, the seas, all of them are full doing their bit for me to experience this beautiful world. And the moment I come more and more in alignment with all that is, all that I am grateful for, the victim me dissolves. The ego self, seeing me separate from everyone and everything. And it is tuning into this element, the element of sky and space, that takes us from our small I space of victim ego self into the space of love and gratitude. And when we are operating in the space of gratitude, the healing happens by itself. When we are tuned in to our element of love, abundance happens by itself, because we're not seeing ourselves from the small I, from the limited and lack of anything. We're seeing ourselves whole, complete, and abundant. And healing is a very internal process. We may be able to share our experiences with each other. We may be able to lend our energy to each other, but it is our conscious choice of lifting ourselves, of elevating ourselves, of transitioning into a more dynamic, holistic, and expansive space, that healing happens for us. So let us just give ourselves this beautiful moment to stitch the 5 elements. These 5 elements are what allow and enable existence to happen. We are a combination of these: earth, fire, water, air, and sky. It is these operative forces within us that enable our existence, that make us even present. So, once again, quickly going through the 5 elements and the instruments along. Earth. Earth, acceptance. Second element, fire. Faith, courage. Third element, water. Surrender, patience. Fourth element, air. Compassion. Fifth element, sky. Gratitude, love. Thank you. Thank you for being with me on this beautiful feeling. I'm just going to take a couple of moments and allow our bodies to work through these 5 elements. You can do it in your own way. I'm not choosing any music today, so you can choose your own music in your own way. Whenever you wish to tune yourself and align yourself to an element, if you are feeling pulled out of your space, if you feel sort of disharmony within, if you feel that we're operating from the small I space, and how we elevate ourselves to the big I. So let us allow ourselves to be grounded, the element of earth, connecting with its manifestations of the beautiful flowers, the earth accepting everything, the earth embracing and approving of everything, the earth allowing forgiveness to happen, and element of fire. We have beautiful little flame, a little idea, a little vision, a dream, and then we fuel it with our faith and allow it to expand. We give it our light for it to become bigger and brighter, for us to illuminate within and enlighten outside. And the element of water. Sometimes a drop dissolving itself in the ocean. Sometimes big waves. Sometimes a waterfall. And sometimes a gentle stream, allowing surrender to happen. And then compassion through the air, just like the fragrance all around. The air invisible, but all around. Let there be compassion within and around. And the element of sky, the element of space by itself, it's a void. Absolutely nothing. But when we channel our gratitude, we see a million stars. We see beautiful stars, constellations, galaxies, planets filling, making the space whole and complete, tuning us into the essence of love. Love is who we are. Love is what we are seeking. Love is what we are sharing. Love within, love around. Let us take this beautiful moment and congratulate ourselves for coming in touch with our own reality, for being one within, and allowing ourselves to transcend from our small I space of issues to the big I immunity. From our small I individual selves to big I infinite oneness. Once late, everyone who's on this beautiful holistic journey of healing. Healing oneself, being aware of oneself, and allowing oneself to share our consciousness, our ever growing, ever expanded consciousness with each other, making this beautiful world expansive, healthier, brighter, and better. It is this healing that is healing the world around. It is this love that is filling the world with love. It is our whole, complete, abundant self that is making the entire creation whole, complete, and abundant. Thank you again. Lots and lots of love to all of you, and may this beautiful eye to eye journey allow you to reach your greater heights. May it allow you to share your healed, healthy, whole, complete, and abundant self with everyone. May your big I self continue to feel independent, continue to inspire, continue to be intimate, because it is only when we are intimate with ourselves that we form intimate connection with others. So let us begin with I, small I, going to big I. And once again, thank you, Sophia and Priya, for inviting me. I hope you beautiful people, all the people watching this, all the people connecting, experience our beautiful country, beautiful India. I welcome you here to make this beautiful connection even deeper to your physical presence, sending lots and lots of love and light to the entire creation, to all the beautiful people, and may there be love and light everywhere. Please don't forget to make generous donations to the Warrior Woman Day so this beautiful effort can be sustained and we can do this again and again, year after year. And lots of love to you. Please plug into Warrior Woman Day on Instagram as well as their website to connect further. This is me signing out. Lots and lots of love. I bow down to you. The divinity in me bows down to the divinity in you. Namaste.